Welcome to another yoga practice with me, Korrie. You're joining along for a slow flow Vinyasa inspired practice. Today we'll hold postures and form a little bit longer, giving you space and time to generate heat in the body. From head to toe, you'll finish feeling invigorated and ready for whatever lay ahead. When you're ready, meet me standing on your yoga mat and we'll start to move together. Starting here at the top of your mat in Tadasana mountain pose. The spine is long, the eyes are shut, feet are rooted as we breathe in through the nose and breathe out that same way. Taking longer inhales, feel the stomach and lungs expand. And taking more mindful exhales. With your next breath in, fill up, reach up, tilt the chin high, and as you exhale, sink low in your seat to chair pose. Move the arms into cactus as you inhale, and as you exhale, reach high. Again, inhale, arms to cactus, exhale, reach high, still in that seated posture. Inhale, cactus pose. Exhale, reach the arms high. Inhale to cactus, shine the heart. Exhale, reach up. Inhale again, shine the heart to cactus, and as you next breathe out, forward fold, come all the way down. Next, inhale, draw the shoulders up the spine, gaze forward, halfway lift. Exhale to fold and release. Again, halfway lift, breathe in, reach up. Exhale to fold. And then one more time, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to lower down. Bring your hands down to the mat. Keep your right foot where it is. Lunge the left foot back to warrior one. Your heel is on a 45-degree angle from the toes on the left foot. Hips face forward, arms lift up. This is a really grounding pose. Make sure both feet feel rooted here. And if it feels challenging for the left hip to be facing forward, just shorten your stance. As you inhale, you reach taller. As you exhale, you sink deeper. The right ankle is in the right knee, a straight left leg. Take one more inhale, straightening in the right leg as you do. Exhale, hinge all the way forward, coming into pyramid pose over the right thigh. Again, adjusting if you need. If your stance is too long, pop the left foot a little bit closer. Otherwise, really waking up into the right hamstring as you breathe out. Feel your chest get closer to your right leg. With your next inhale, step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. And again, breathe out, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to come down. And finally, inhale, lift up. Exhale, release the hands, left foot stays as you drop the right foot behind for warrior one on the other side. Again, drawing the hips to face forward, especially focusing on the right one, grounding into both of the heels, a nice deep bend into the left knee. Spine is long, arms are lifted. Big inhales. Mindfully exhaling softly through the nose. With your next inhale, straightening into the left leg, exhaling to hinge from the hips, folding all the way down, pyramid pose. Again, adjusting if you need to. Maybe you pop the right foot in closer. Otherwise, staying here in stillness, saying hello to the left hamstring. Your next inhale, breath, step the right foot forward, and right away we are in our chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale to open up to your cactus arms. And stay here with your breath, sinking a little bit deeper with every exhale, making sure that tailbone is tucked under, grounded in your feet. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, straighten the legs, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, planting your hands, stepping both feet to the back of your mat, and then lifting the hips high into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, with your next exhale, lower the knees to the mat, send the glutes to meet the heels, child's pose. Rooting deeply here in the hip space. As you exhale, allow the glutes to sink closer to the ground. Then an inhale breath will shift you back up, downward facing dog. Scan the body, notice how this feels. And then with an inhale breath, reach the right leg as high as you can, bend in the knee, stack the right hip on top of the left. And as you next breathe out, step the right foot through, again, warrior one. Grounding in the left heel, hips face forward, just like we did before, just coming at it here from the back instead. Second visit to this pose, notice the difference. As you next inhale, stay in your base, but bring the hands to interlace at the small of the back, draw the shoulder blades down and away. With every exhale, start to bring the hands closer to the left heel, really open up. With your next exhale breath, release the hands. Inhale, reach the arms high. And then again, hinge from the hips with a right straight leg, pyramid pose. Couple big inhales and exhales as you draw the chest closer to the right leg. A deeper acknowledgement of the right hamstring. With your next breath out, planting both the hands, step both feet back. And then as you shift your weight forward, moving into a vinyasa, exhale to lower down. Inhale to lift the chest, and then exhale, downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Continue to breathe deeply. When you next inhale, reach the left foot high to the sky, bend in the knee, and stack the hips. Feel that open sensation. And then as you next exhale, step the left foot through, again, warrior one. Find that base, ground, hips face forward, bend deeply into the left knee, lift the arms. Using every breath out to sink a little further down. Feel the lengthening on the backside of the right leg as the right heel stays grounded. And then again, interlacing the fingers with your next breath out. Really peel the heart open, drawing the shoulder blades closer together with every exhale. Continue to breathe. Next inhale breath reaches you tall as you straighten in the left leg. Breathe out, hinge at the hips, come all the way down, pyramid pose. Second time here on the left side, maybe you can go a little bit deeper. And then with an inhale breath, step both feet to the top of the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. With your next inhale, come to a stand as you reach the arms high above the head, lengthen. Exhale, palms to touch in front of heart center. Beginning to set up for a bit of time balancing here. Find a sturdy space underneath your right foot as you begin to lift the left leg. Coming into tree pose, perhaps the left foot comes to the inside of the right thigh, or maybe it's down onto the inside of the calf or shin. Doing your best to have the hips square forward. If it feels good in your body, reach the arms up. Inhales, lengthen the spine. Exhales, keep you rooted into that right foot. As you next exhale, slowly release the left foot down, shake it out, and then start to set up on the other side. Grounding into the left foot, the right foot comes to the inside of the left leg. Reaching tall, breathe in to lengthen the spine. And exhale to ground a little deeper into the left foot. With your next exhale, release the right foot down, shake out in the legs, and then breathe in to reach the arms high, maybe a little back bend. Hinge at the hips, forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to bring the hands to the mat. Right foot stays, left foot lunges back. Again, warrior one. Interlacing the fingers at the small of the back right away this time. Option to stay here. Or as you next breathe out, coming into our humble warrior. Draw the chest nice and low into the inside of the right thigh. gazing underneath the body as the hands continue to press towards the ceiling. Stay deep in the hips. And then as you next exhale, bring your hands to frame the right foot, step the left foot to the top forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to your mat, left foot stays, right foot lunges back. Inhale, arms lift, warrior one. Hips shine forward. Right away, interlacing the fingers at the small of the back, option to stay. Or as you breathe out, humble warrior, left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Really pressing those palms away from the body, lifting the arms high. Beautiful work. Gazing underneath the body, take another great big inhale. And then as you next exhale, releasing the hands to the top of the mat, stepping both feet to the back of the mat for your high plank position. Option to take a vinyasa here. As you next exhale, lower it down. Inhale to shine the chest high into a back bend of choosing. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Hips towards the sky, gazing between the shins. Take a few breaths, reset. With your next inhale, reach the right leg all the way up. Begin to stack in the hips. Right knee is bent. Maybe rounding out into the ankle if that feels good. Then squaring the hips off, stepping the right foot through. This time coming into our warrior two. Left foot is completely perpendicular to the right foot at the top of the mat. Inhaling, arms up to a T shape, exhaling to bend deeply into the right knee. Unlike our warrior one, our hips face the side for this pose. Really allow them to be open, peeling the left hip back. With your next exhale, join me in an extended side angle. Right arm to your right thigh as your left arm sweeps overhead. Active in your core here, sinking deeply into your hips. Continue to breathe. And then with your next breath out, look down at your right foot, hands to the mat. Step the right foot back, move through a vinyasa if that feels good. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Using this pose again to reset with a few breaths. Noticing where your heels are, scan the body. How has this pose changed from the first one we made when we started this practice? With your next inhale, the left leg lifts high, bending into the knee, again maybe rounding out in the ankle if that feels good. And then using an exhale breath to step the left foot all the way to the top, grounding into the right heel, warrior two. Your arms come up to a T shape. Hips are really open towards the right side. Just checking in to make sure that the left knee is tracking on top of the left ankle, or at least in a shape that doesn't give any discomfort into that leg or knee joint. Continue to breathe and look for depth with every breath out. With your next exhale, coming into extended side angle, left arm to left thigh, reach the right arm over. Feeling this in the side body. Continuing to root into both feet and to breathe. With your next exhale, bring your hands down to frame the front foot and then step back, option to move through a vinyasa, where we'll eventually meet in downward facing dog, hips high, heels low, and gaze between the shins. Starting to walk your hands to meet your feet at the back of your mat, landing in a forward fold. Maybe you catch on to your calf muscles and really fold at the hips. Feel the hamstrings wake up if that's available in your body. With your next inhale, lifting the chest halfway, exhaling to fold and release, and then inhaling into chair pose. Sink the seat nice and low, chest is high. Exhaling to your cactus arms, then inhaling to lift up, straighten into your legs. Exhale, bend in the knees, chair pose, cactus arms. Inhale to lift. Again, exhale, cactus arms, chair pose. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale again, come down, open up. Continue with your breath. Inhale to lift, exhaling to lower. Take one more breath and then fold in the hips. Come all the way down, forward fold. Start to walk the hands to the top of your mat, high plank position. Beginning to roll into the outside of the right foot. Right hand stays low, left foot stacks, side plank position. Option to float the top leg into the air. Hold steady here, use your core. With your next exhale, come to center to transition to the other side. Left hand stays low, left foot is there on the mat, right foot stacks, then perhaps floats into the air. Keeping those hips lifted, breath is strong. With your next exhale, returning to your high plank position. We're going to just hinge forwards and backwards here. With your next inhale, shift your weight onto your tippy toes ahead. Exhale to push back. Again, inhale, hinge forwards, or waking up in the wrists here. Exhale to come back, moving on the ball of our feet. As you next come forward, slowly with control, lower all the way down to your tummy, and then press your forearms into the mat. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower down. Activating into your glutes, pressing into your feet. Again, inhale, lift, exhale to lower. Again, inhale, lift, really press the entire forearms in. Breathing out, lower the chest. Again, inhale to lift, exhaling to lower. Inhale, lift up, push those feet into the earth. Exhale to come down. And then palms come a little bit further down the body near the rib cage. Tuck the toes. And maybe just once today you push up, reversing your chaturanga. Lift all the way back up to your plank position and then onto our side once again. Right foot stays, right hand's low. Left foot stacks, maybe flies into the air. Strong core here, maybe a smile on your face. You've got this. One more inhale breath. And then with control, transitioning back to your high plank position, over onto the left side. Left foot is grounded, left hand on the earth, and perhaps the right leg floats. Easy for us to hold our breath here. It's ever more important that you're still taking those deep inhales and exhales, using your next breath out to come back to your plank position, to then shift the hips high, downward facing dog. Reset here. Inhale through the nose. Slowly exhale that same way. With your next breath in, reach the right foot high to the sky, bend into the knee, stack your hips, and then step the right foot all the way to the top of the mat, coming up again to your warrior two. Noticing how this feels different from that first visit on the right side. Allow the hips to shine towards the left. Grounding into both feet, keep breathing. With your next inhale, flip the palm, reverse your warrior, pull the right hand back, stretch into the right side body and hold. Keep deep into that front right leg. Tendency is to pop out a little bit. Can you go a bit deeper? And then again, inhale back to your warrior two, exhale to your extended side angle. Option to add a little bit on here as you lift the bottom arm and float. Using your core to keep you strong. It's like you're reaching overhead. With your next breath out, bring your hands down to the mat, frame your right foot, and then perhaps you take another vinyasa here as you exhale, lower down, inhaling to shine the chest high, exhaling to lift the hips to downward facing dog. Inhaling the left leg towards the sky, stack the hips. Exhale, step it through. Again, warrior two. When you're ready, lifting your torso, hips shine to the right, sinking deeply into the left knee. A couple moments to scan, to notice, and to ground. With your next inhale, flip your front palm, pull it back, reverse your warrior. Holding here to feel that stretch in the side body. Stay deep into your stance. With your next inhale, come back to center and then exhale to your extended side angle, again with that option to lift the bottom arm. Again, holding here, stay strong, keep breathing. With your next breath out, looking down to your left foot, hands to the mat to frame it, step the left foot back, and then perhaps shifting through another vinyasa, you lower the chest all the way down. Inhaling to untuck the toes, lift the heart. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips high, downward facing dog. With your next exhale, lowering the knees to the mat, glutes to meet the heels, softening into child's pose. Our very last posture here together in this practice, I invite you to stay as long as you need, drawing those intentional and full inhales through the nose, and exhales that leave that same way. Breathing in a sense of calm and grounding, bringing you into whatever the rest of your day has in store, with a little bit more intention and a lot more breath. Thank you for joining me here on your mats today. Namaste.